comedian coming to the stage, man, is a funny dude. You live in Petersburg? You heard him. That's where he lives. He's from there. Hey, he's a funny guy, coming through all the time. He does a radio show. He opens up a lot of stages for some people that come through in Pittsburgh. Let's give a big Cafe Diem welcome from my man, Klingman. Yeah, thanks for that intro. Yeah, I'm actually from Hopewell, and when I say that, people were like, ooh, and because it stinks. So like, my girlfriend told me to kiss her where it stinks, so I drove her to Hopewell. But that was a fun road trip. I just went on a road trip, actually, man. I went to Iowa. Anybody Iowans? No? Good. That shit was crazy, man. First thing I did when I get to Iowa, a guy from Iowa tells me, you know what Iowa stands for? I said, what? He said, idiots out walking around. And it's true, because all I fucking saw was idiots out walking around. It's fucking crazy. But I went there for a wedding, right? One of my friends got married, stand-up funeral, whatever you want to call it. And so, I'm just kidding, just a joke. But I had to go I was in the wedding, right? So I had to go get a tux. Y'all know this shit? That's a fucking racket, man. We don't worry about drug dealers, we don't worry about fucking tux dealers. You know what I mean? It's like $140 for a tux that you rent that you're gonna wear for 4 fucking hours. And then they have the audacity to be like, hey, you wanna give the $5 more for the insurance? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing in this thing, you know what I mean? So when I brought it back, I made sure that I shitted, pissed, and puked in it, you know, to get my money's worth on that fucking tux, right? So I'm at the wedding, right? I'm at the wedding and people are dancing, having fun. Everybody's like, oh, look at the happy couple. Oh, look, they fell in love. Oh, they fell in love. Fuck that, man. You only fall in bad shit. You know what I mean? You fall in like quicksand and landmines and shit. You know? We need to like change it up. You know what I mean? Be like, oh, they jumped up to love. Or they jumped up and got stuck in love. Took the love elevator to the 6th floor and got off on the suite. Maybe? I don't know. So look, I'm leaving Iowa, and we drove fucking Iowa, 16 hours in a car, right? Thank God for weed, because that made it go by much better. So like, I had the 3rd driving shifts on the way back, so it's like 3 in the morning, I'm high as fuck, we're going through the mountains of West Virginia, and I'm like, man, I'm starting to nod off, and we had like 5-hour energies on deck, but I never really taken one before. So I took one of those 5-hour energy shots, and I found out that if you're high and you take a 5-hour energy shot, you start tripping. Like, it's crazy, cheap buzz, you know what I mean, go ahead. But I'm driving through the mountains of West Virginia, and I got the GPS, right? Y'all know the GPS? And it tells you what time your estimated time of arrival is. You know, ETA is like 9:09 a.m. But if you go above 60 miles an hour, it's like a fucking time warp. And you can lower what time you're gonna get there, right? So I'm going 80, and I'm tripping, and it's like I'm playing a video game. Like I'm trying to, like, you know, get it as quick as possible. I feel like I'm like in a game of Mario Kart. I'm in the mountains, I drive through a cloud. You know what I mean? There's a fucking gold coin on my right. I fucking go over this arrow with rainbows, and I go 100 million miles an hour. It's fucking crazy. But while in West Virginia tripping, we had to get gas. Right? So, I stop at a gas station, and I get out, right? And I get out of my car, and I get the gas gun, and I put it in, and I'm clicking it, and there's nothing, right? And I'm tripping, right? And all of a sudden I hear this voice from the heavens. It's like, number 4, you must prepay. And I'm like, what? Did God just tell me to open a door and do what he say? Like, nah, number 4, you must prepay. And right then, some redneck on the corner is like, hey, dickhead, you gotta prepay. I'm like, fuck, all right. So I go into the gas station, and it's just me, or our gas station's out of control now. Like, I couldn't tell if it was a fucking gas station or a Walmart. Like, I walk in, got like wool hats on my left, DVDs on my right, you know, books, lady giving out cheese, bicycles hanging down. What the fuck? So I go up to the counter, I'm like, look, man, all I want is some gas. And that coffee table right there. I really want that coffee table. But I made it home, thank God. It's October, right? Scary month, correct? Halloween time, all that shit. I got my costume. As you can see, I'm an asshole. So that's cool. But like this time of year, people are paying money to be scared. You know what I mean? Like people are going to haunted hayrides and going to movies, paying fucking good money to be scared. You don't gotta pay money to be scared. You can scare yourself for free. All right? You want to scare yourself? Go kick your neighbor's pit bull in the face. You're fucking scared. You know what I mean? You want to scare yourself? Go to a hospital, shake everybody's hand, let everybody cough on you. All right? You will be scared as shit next week. You know what I mean? So you scare yourself for free. If you want to scare yourself, go have unprotected sex with a hooker on Jeff Davis. Because I've done it. And the next week, you will be scared as fuck. For real. Ah, man. I don't know. I guess I'll leave you with this. Britney Spears and Michael Vick are a whole lot alike because they both shaved their head, went away for a while, and came back better at their jobs. And I'm pretty sure they both have fucked a backup dancer. I'm Jason Klingman. Y'all have a great evening. Let's get it one more time for Jason. Klingman. He was talking about Halloween. Halloween is coming up, man. You know, that's when they come up with a lot of horror movies and spooky movies and stuff like that, man. Ghost films. Just seeing a Paranormal Activity joint coming back up. Woo! That's crazy, man. I ain't a fan of ghost movies. I ain't a real fan of ghosts. Ever since they threw a brick through my window and let it cross on my lawn. The white hood, white robe, ghost, KKK. It was funny yesterday. I was Anyhow, y'all, what's up? Y'all still having a good time? You're having a good time tonight, man. Comedy. It's a comedy train. Hey. Next comic coming to the stage. He just won the competition at the Funny Bone Flash of the Comics. Let's give a big Cafe Diem welcome for my good friend, Jesse Jarvis! Big hurry up.
Cafe Diem, how you doing tonight?
Good.
Good report to everybody you've seen so far, man. Give it up. Was at a party recently, and my ex-girlfriend shows up with her new boyfriend, you know? And it was awkward, but it was pretty civil. But then I ended up in a conversation with the guy, and he's just, while my ex-girlfriend is sitting next to me, he just says, Jesse, now, I've been everywhere around the world, so I've totally learned about everything women want in a man. Women want a guy who's tall, broad shoulders, and a toned body. That's just what they want. Really? That's not obvious at all. Now, let me ask you this. What about money? Do women like that? Oh, totally, dude. Well, what if I don't have any baby mama issues, but I also have a sweet jetpack? They into that? I don't see why not, dude. Wow, I'm so glad that you traveled all the way around the world and that's the thing that you figured out. Only you didn't figure anything out. You just described every NFL linebacker ever. Or you've been reading Cosmo too much. But anything else you learned in your world travels? Yeah, man, you put bacon on an egg sandwich. It tastes totally good, dude. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. God. Alright, let's try some new shit. Anybody here go to high school with somebody who plays like Magic the Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah? Did you play it? Oh, yeah, did you know people? Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not saying, you ever listen to them talk though?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a nerd language or anything, but it's nothing you could ever use in real life, ever. It's like, you know, some guy, just, for some guy at a party, like, dude, I saw you talking to that chick, how'd it go? Well, with my level 7 agility, I just let my trisector goblin potion do the talking. With my relic emperor sword, how could she say no? Well, dude, if you take her out, make sure you use your anti-gromunal elixir, so that's the way you don't catch the rasps. Just saying, shit'll take over your body like locust willows after an elk storm. You just gotta be careful. Now, did any of that make any sense whatsoever? I just made all of that up, and like, wish it made sense, but it doesn't. Kind of like this joke. I feel like I'm getting to that age though where it's starting to become a little socially unacceptable to be having really obnoxious parties and stuff. You know, isn't that shit was socially acceptable to begin with? But you know, you're 22 or something. You tell someone older like, yeah, man, I got really drunk this weekend. I puked on this girl's biology book, but then I put the moves on her and we totally made out. And the reaction's like, 22. Such a good year. But you know, you get a little older, you're like, man, I had a rager this weekend. Cops knocked on the door like 4 times, and you know, then we turned the music down, but then we got high and watched Sesame Street till 5 in the morning. You were 26 years old. When are you going to get your life together? You graduated art school 2 years ago. Let's get this thing going. But now I feel like I'm becoming the guy, though, that when the loud party's happening next door to me, I'm the one who knocks on the wall. I'm like, hey, keep it down. Gotta get up early. Quilt shopping at the farmer's market in the morning. Keep it down. So help me God. If I miss that 8 a.m. patchworking demonstration, I'll kick your fucking ass. I'm that guy. I think it's safe to say that the economy's been pretty tough on everybody, right? Woo! The economy, right? Yeah, everybody knows what I'm talking about. But it's affecting robbers too. There's this guy recently, he robs a Wendy's, only walks out with about like $300, $400, then goes home and then calls Wendy's and complains that there wasn't enough money in the safe. I mean, but to be fair, if I rob a Build-A-Bear and all I find are like $200 and some tiny bear briefcases full of fake bear money.
Hey Woody, let me get your pizza.
Hey Woody, can you get your pizza? You're wearing a tie. I'm sure you can afford it. You probably have room. Let him have your pizza. Let him have your pizza. Seriously. Let him have your pizza.
It's already
Let him have your pizza.
It's already in the garbage.
I wish I had a suit. I could get away with just saying whatever bullshit I want to say. It's just like a 3-piece suit. Just be like, bro, bacon, yeah, sweet, on salads, awesome. I noticed something when women tend to date me, I just kind of feel like they're settling for me. You know? Because, it's just, I always end up somewhere in their bottom 5. But to be fair, they don't hold that against me. But they do act like I'm some sort of a charity case. Like by dating me, there's something I'm doing good for the community. Like, honey, I like being with you. There's rich guys with the muscles. Yeah, they're good at sex, but that's so boring. Your Star Wars memorabilia is charming. Sweetheart, you know you don't get a tax write-off by dating me, right? Wait, what? Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. You guys have been great. Have a wonderful night. Tip Tony a lot of money.
Jesse Jarvis, come on. Hey, check this out. Recently, right, my father, you know, he's kind of old. He getting into the cell phone thing. He just found out what the letters LOL mean. You know what I'm saying? He thought it meant lots of love.
I thought it was lots of love.
You did?
Yes, I
You
did.
probably told my father that crap, too.
No, I'm sorry.
But you know, I'm glad I found that out, right? Because like, I thought my father had like a twisted sense of humor for like a long time. So he sent me a message, be like, son, sorry to hear about your divorce. LOL. Hey, thanks, Dad. Appreciate that. Hey, yeah, well, check it out, man. Next time I come to the stage, man, very funny guy. I like his style. Got some jokes. Let's give a big Cafe Diem welcome from my man. Not my man, but, you know, from my boy, Andrew Pauley. All right, how you guys doing? All right. I feel like shit. I got a migraine headache. It sucks, right? We're gonna rock and roll though. We're gonna have some fun. I got some new jokes for you.
Don't ever slam me.
Oh man, fucking Woody's back. God damn. Man. So I need to get a new cat. My cat's healthy enough, but he's on his ninth midlife crisis.
I'll back it up.
The end is near. God damn, you're loud, man. Motherfucker. I like fortune cookies. I like them a lot. And I want to start making fortune cookies that the wait staff in Chinese restaurants would get into, too. They would say things like, you're going to live a long and healthy life if you always tip 20%. I went to a psychiatrist the other day in the morning, and I was told that I suffer from paranoid delusional fantasies. And then that afternoon I went to a meeting with my publicist, who told me I had to finally come up with a name for my children's book. And there's only one phrase that kept going through my head. Paranoid delusional fantasies. I was out of work for a long time. I still have to have a day job. And I was out of work for a long time. And I was too proud to say that I was unemployed. And people would say, do you have a job? And I'd say, no. And they'd say, are you unemployed? And I'd say, no. And they'd say, what do you do for money? And I'd say, I take a penny. There's two differences between a couch and a sofa. The spelling and the pronunciation. Last time I went to the barber shop, I was walking up to the front door and there's a guy behind me in a wheelchair. And I said to be nice, I decided to open the door for him. And then I saw the sign on the door, it said, walk-ins welcome. I said, whoa, hold on a second. Is this guy cool? Alright, come on in, bro. Oh man. Halloween's coming up, who's excited for Halloween? Halloween's alright, you know. My friend Terry and I were hanging out, we were talking about Halloween, and Terry looks at me and he says, do you think Halloween's ever fallen on Friday the 13th? Like, yeah, I think it was the same year that Christmas fell on the 52nd. Dyslexic bastard. Terry's cool, man. Terry asked me to go fly a kite with him. We take the kite out to the park and we're watching up in the sky and we see this flock of geese flying south. And Terry says, why are geese always flying in a V formation? The thing is, we were facing east. I said, that's not a V formation. Those geese are trying to indicate that the sun is greater than your kite. Alright. We get on a commercial airline flight and there's a pilot and a co-pilot, right? But the planes all have autopilot. That's how you get from one place to the other. So if you think about it, the autopilot is the pilot, and the pilot is the co-pilot, and the co-pilot is just some guy with shotgun privileges on an airplane. It's not a bad gig, right? When I was a kid, my dad used to hit me. But only when I really asked for it. My old man was a good blackjack dealer. It takes a second. Yeah, what else am I going to talk about? I got up this morning, I read my horoscope. It said, beware of questionable advice given to you based on your birth date. Okay. Who's got any Advil? No? Who's got anything illegal? Fuck it. Yeah, alright.
I got it.
Alright. So I got this pet raccoon. I didn't want to have a pet raccoon, like I didn't set out to have a pet raccoon. But when you answer your doorbell and there's a basket with a baby raccoon in it and a note, that says, "Please take care of my baby. Sincerely, Mama Raccoon." What are you gonna do? And the note was in Portuguese. So I know the Mama Raccoon is from Portugal. Or Brazil. Or she went to college. The only bad thing about having a pet raccoon is that we're on different schedules, you know? He's a nocturnal animal and I'm not. It's like during the daytime, if I'm at home, I'm like, "Hey raccoon, let's watch a movie." And he's like, "Hey, I'm too tired. Leave me alone." And then at night, when I'm trying to go to sleep, he comes tapping on my forehead saying, "Hey, let's go knock over some trash cans." And I'm like, "Hey, your mom can learn Portuguese, but you can't figure out how to open the cabinets in the kitchen? Come on now." I gotta get out of here. I gotta figure out how to get out of here. Come on. Oh man, I'm trying to think of a joke you guys are gonna like. I haven't done this joke in a while. I had this girlfriend, and she asked me to go shopping with her. I didn't want to go shopping because I hate shopping, but I went because I like sex. So we go into the store and she picks out a pair of jeans and tries them on. And she takes them to the dressing room and comes out and she says, "Be honest with me, did these make me look fat?" I said, "No, of course not." I said, "But lift one knee as high as you can." And she did. And I said, "Did you hear that ripping sound?" These jeans are obviously very poor quality. Why don't we try the next size up and see if they're made any better? I guess that's my time. Thanks, guys.
That's my man Andrew Pauley. Come on, give it up for him. Y'all ready for the next comedian? Yeah, hey, we almost done. Be rolling, man. Y'all having a good time. We're gonna keep this comedy train going, baby. Next comic coming to the stage, man, all the way from Charlottesville. Very, 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 very funny guy. One of my favorite people from Charlottesville. A good friend. Oh, let's give it up for Bill Metzger!
Hello, hi, hello, hey. I'm from Charlottesville. I drive into town a lot to do this show. I have a question. Are those billboards with the ER times real? Are they real? You know what I'm talking about? Is the time real? I think they're real, guys. Not gonna lie. Maybe it's just because I'm from out of town. But today I came in and one of them was at 45 minutes. What the fuck is going on here today? And it takes 45 minutes if you have an emergency. Why do you have advertisements for the ER? That's where you're gonna go. No one's ever like, "You know, honey, when this baby comes, I think we should go to one of those ER places." It seems to be getting good reviews by everyone who's shot and stabbed ever. If you read the fine print underneath those, it says that you can text like ER to a number and it'll give you an up-to-date like wait time. Why does that matter? Who was like, "You know what, 45 minutes? I can just sew that shit back on myself." I could sew a toe on in 45 minutes. You know what they should have is fucking billboards for King's Dominion, like electronic shit that says like, "No one's in line for the Rebel Yell right now. You could totally be on that shit." I'm on the highway like, "I want to exit so bad." People are just sitting on the fucking roller coaster. That sign makes me want to like pull over on the side of the road and just start shooting people. And then when the cop comes, like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Check out my high score, dude. It's like 96. You try to get better than 96. Is it just me, or would circle jerks be a lot cooler if you called them a rhombus yank? promise yank later, yeah. That'll be awesome. This is what I do when I'm trying to be cool. Hey guys, yeah, hey. I'm totally down. I'm down. Can't you tell by my wibble wobble? I want to tell you about this little thing that happened to me, which continues to happen to me. When I was in high school and the internet was happening, I decided to make all of my passwords and shit, not my passwords, but like my IDs, Bildo 1928. And I very quickly changed my email address so that it was not Bildo 1928. But I have not to this day changed my bank account from that being like my sign-in ID, which means I have to call the bank sometimes, and the teller's like, all right, let me just get your sign-in ID, and I can look up your account. I'm like, it's Bildo 1928. What's that? I didn't hear you. It's Bildo 1928. It's like me plus a dildo 1,928 times. It's extremely awkward. I do not know why I haven't changed it. Doesn't it look like yard sales? At yard sales, doesn't it look like a house just threw up all over itself? Like it was out all night drinking, having like Oshkosh Bagosh shooters. We came home and like ate a shitty Connect 4 set. And then Sunday morning was just like, nope. I always turn my head when I drive by a yard sale. Why? What am I gonna find there? What am I like go up and be like, oh shit, they have Baby Kids on VHS, yeah! That's a steal at 75 cents. I get scared when Asian people yawn because of the movie The Ring. Being a comedian is interesting because of the jokes, and what I mean by that is that sometimes I'll run jokes by people and not get the reaction that I want. I wrote a joke a while ago when the G.I. Joe movie came out, and I wrote this joke about the G.I. Joe movie. I'm not going to go into it, because the point is I like ran it by my brother, and I was like, dude, I got this joke about the G.I. Joe movie, tell me how you think of it, what do you think? And instead of telling me if he thought it was funny or not, he was just like, yeah. And you should also talk about how like you could take the G.I. Joes and like make them fuck each other. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, they're in the room and like they'd be like fighting and then they would just start going down on each other. I'm like, no! Is that why you played with My Little Ponies? Like, what's going on in your room? I thought that was weird enough that there were ponies involved. I get people come up to me all the time to give me jokes, and most of the time they're stupid. I had somebody give me a joke once that was awesome, and here it is. So my friend is like, here's a joke for your act, and I was like, oh hey, what did you tell me? And she was like, so a skinny white guy is driving in his car, and he gets in a car accident, and he gets his penis cut off. Ouchie. And I'm like, okay, I follow. She's like, so he goes to the hospital, and they're all out of white dicks, so they give him a black dick. And I was like, okay, continue. She was like, no, that's it, that's the punchline, just a white dude with a black dick. And I was like, oh my god, that's so awesome. And it is awesome, and here's why. Because that means that somewhere in the continental United States, there's a hospital with just a room full of dicks. They just have dicks on storage. But unfortunately for this young lad, they've ran out of white dicks. Like there was some kind of penis Katrina that just went through so many dicks that, sorry. Which, I mean, take the black dick for the upgrade. Quit blubbering. Where do you keep dicks? Is it like in a basement, in a humidor? It has to be like the right temperature. We have a 1936 dick for you, sir. Lovely, I'll take it, thank you. It's a wonderful aroma. Did you like that sigh?
Some of you did because you laughed at it.
So I was on Facebook recently, and this is one of my favorite things about YouTube in general, and like Facebook and shit. I got to see the last episode of the show Dinosaurs that played on TGI Friday. You know what I'm talking about? Not the mama. So I see that show and I realize how depressing it is, because here's the last episode of the show. The dinosaurs go extinct. They all die. They're like winter time comes and all the dinosaurs are huddled in their house, and the not the mama dinosaur is like, Dad, are we gonna be okay? And the dad's like looks at the camera, he's like, I don't know. And then the camera pans out to a blizzard, and then it just fades to black and there's sad music. And that's the show. Good night, everybody. That is ridiculous. That is like the series Friends ending on 9/11. It's horrible. Like everyone's dead except for Chandler Bing, and he's like, could this be any more tragic? Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Go Metzger. Thank you.